Episode 139. Call Me By My Name. Jade was so excited about her newfound fame. However, Dario didn't show any surprise. He seemed very calm. He just continued chopping the tomato in silence. Jade thought he didn't care about the news. Then she considered the matter. Even Violet knew. Dario definitely had known about this all along. That must have been why he forced her to wear sunglasses today. He was afraid she would be recognized and cause trouble. He was right too. The girls at the hospital recognized her right away. Jade put her hands on her hips and asked him unhappily, "You already knew?" Dario just nodded. Of course he had seen it. He'd seen the original immediately. In the past weeks, he'd watched it so many times that he remembered every line she said, every movement she made, every expression on her face. He had it saved on his phone in a secret video app that looked like accounting software. "You know about this? Violet knows about this. My manager must also know about this. Everyone knows about me, but me." Jade made a big, angry hand gesture. "What's wrong with you people? Why did no one tell me? You knew I didn't have Wi-Fi and you didn't think to give me a quick update?" Jade pouted. "Who's Violet?" Dario asked, distracted. Then he slid the diced tomato into the sizzling pan on the stove, wiped his hands on a dish towel, and turned to hug her. "I didn't tell you because I wanted you to discover it yourself. I thought that would make you happier." Hearing his serious explanation, Jade was speechless. After careful consideration, she guessed it did make a kind of sense. If he'd told her from the beginning, she would be very happy, but she certainly wouldn't be this surprised. She really didn't expect a shampoo commercial to be the thing that made her famous. Naturally, she did not know that Milliken Agency had used many channels and spent a lot of money to promote the commercial. Dario touched her face, bringing her back to herself. "We will be able to eat soon." Jade inhaled the scent of the food cooking, and her mouth watered. "Mr. Foster, I'll set the table. You sit in the living room." Jade felt embarrassed to have him cooking for her again. He had already done so much for her. Tomorrow, she wanted to cook for him. "No rush. The soup needs to simmer for the flavours to meld." The two of them cuddled on the sofa. On TV, a couple on a similar sofa was kissing hungrily. Jade scooted away from Dario, who pulled her into his lap. "Mr. Foster, it's time for dinner." Jade looked at the TV screen out of the corner of her eye. The man on the sofa was pulling up his shirt, revealing abs nearly as nice as Dario's. "Can we watch something else?" she asked. She felt uncomfortable, sitting on Dario's lap while the couple on TV began to have sex. Dario held her tightly in his arms. His voice was low and hoarse. "I don't care about dinner. I want you." Jade's mouth was dry. "What do you want from me?" "I want you to say my name. Otherwise, I won't let you go." Dario raised his eyebrows slightly, his eyes burning with passion. Jade wanted to open her mouth, but she could not say it. It felt too intimate to say to him. "Are you not going to say it? Do you really want me to hold you here forever?" Dario moved his lips closer as he spoke, as if to kiss her. Jade's heart kept beating. She tried to open her mouth again. "Mr. Foster," she said. I can't say it." She shyly covered her face. Dario had a disappointed look. "All right, I understand what you mean." Jade was stunned for a moment. She thought he would kiss her forcefully as usual, but this time he did not. He put her down and went back into the kitchen. Jade sat on the sofa and pursed her lips. She felt a little disappointed. She looked uneasily at Dario in the kitchen, waiting to see his expression. But as usual, she couldn't detect any emotion on his face. She didn't know if he was angry. "Come and eat," Dario said. "I'm coming." When Jade arrived, she found the table all set. She did not need to do anything. When she sat down, Dario lowered his head and started to eat the soup without saying a word. He had just said that he understood. What did he mean? Did he really understand? Did he misunderstand something? She wanted to explain, but she didn't know how. She was used to calling him Mr. Foster. Would it really be like what Nurse Mason said? If she kept calling him that, would they stay distant from each other? Would he mind it? He always called her Jade. If she called him Mr. Foster, did this show an imbalance in their relationship? After dinner, Jade was about to clean up the dishes when Dario began to do it instead. He said lightly, "You go and rest." "Mr. Foster, let me wash the dishes. You should be tired after cooking." Jade had just finished speaking when she saw Dario's determined look. She knew she could not stop him from doing what he wanted to do. She could only go to the living room to watch TV. About half an hour later, Dario finished cleaning up. He went to the study without saying a word. Jade sat alone in the hall. Jade looked at the tightly shut door of the study room. Her heart was unhappy. The TV was still on, but she didn't know what was playing. She sat for a while and sighed. She chose a conservative nightgown, took a bath, and studied her lines while sitting on the bed. It was already 10 o'clock, but Dario had not come back. She felt like Dario did not want to bother with her recently. When she was away, she always sent him messages, but he rarely sent her any. He had only visited once, and she didn't know any of what he'd been up to. He didn't care about her feelings at all.